Under the greenwood tree, who loves to lie with me, and turn his merry note unto the sweet bird's throat. Come hither, come hither, come hither, here shall he see no enemy, but winter and rough weather. Lines of Shakespeare have stood the test of time. The World Health Organization declared COVID-19 as a pandemic on 11th March 2020 based on the guidelines of Central Zoo Authority, Gorewada Rescue Center and Maharashtra Animal and Fisheries Sciences University through Wildlife Research and Training Center Gorewada have implemented preventive measures to protect captive wild animals. Gorewada Rescue Center is situated 8 kilometers away from Nagpur. It is the largest rescue center in India with 89 hectares land. It is home to more than 90 wild inmates, most of which are animals involved in man-animal conflict. It is indeed a challenge to protect this wildlife from COVID-19 infection, as this infection can be transmitted from human to wild animals. The Divisional Forest Officer Shri Nandakishore Kale talks about the measures taken by Gorewada Rescue Center to prevent COVID-19 infections in wild captives.
Dear friends, greetings from Gorewada Rescue Center. Gorewada Rescue Center is India's largest rescue center in an area of 89 hectares. This rescue center is managed by Forest Development Corporation of Maharashtra. We have very many animals species from central India. These animals are basically conflict animals and animals rescued by Maharashtra Forest Department. To take care of this animal, especially veterinary care of this animal is taken care by Wildlife Research and Training Center. WRTC came into existence with an MOU between Government of Maharashtra through FDCM and Maharashtra Animal Husbandry and Fisheries Science University. Herein, all the staff, veterinary staff, is provided by MAPSU, and all other infrastructure is provided by Government of Maharashtra through FDCM, Forest Development Corporation of Maharashtra. During COVID-19, even before the announcement of first case at Brown Zoo, New York, on 5th March 2020, the biosecurity measures were taken at Gorewada Rescue Center. The experts from MAPSU, Nagpur, have developed guidelines and implemented the same to prevent the spread of COVID-19 to captive wild animals. This documentary highlights the biosecurity measures to be implemented to prevent spread of COVID-19. My best wishes to team of doctors and staff at Gorewada Rescue Center. Jai Hind.
Biosecurity is the key to contain the transmission of COVID-19 from humans to animals. At the entrance of Gorewada Rescue Center, every vehicle is sanitized by hypochlorite spray and temperature of every person is checked. Anyone showing symptoms of fever, throat infection and cough is prohibited to enter the rescue center. The fit and healthy animal handlers are allowed to work at Gorewada Rescue Center. Every morning, they make their way to the animal holding facility that has been allotted to them. In doing so, they maintain social distance and wear suitable personal safety equipments. Every animal handler has been provided with a uniform, cap, gloves, mask, gumboots to protect him from COVID-19. It is also essential to wear PPE to prevent the transmission of COVID-19 from humans to captive wild animals. Cleaning and maintenance of high standards of biosecurity is key to contain disease in captive setting. Food baths are sentinel to minimize the transmission of infection from one holding facility to another. Dedicated animal caretakers clean and scrub the feeding cells and ensure that no dirt or filth is left behind. Under the supervision of our forest guards, the most important operation of cleaning begins every morning. After the completion of the operation, the animal housing facility is clean, neat and tidy. Wildlife Research and Training Center, under the auspices of Maharashtra Animal and Fisheries Sciences University, Nagpur, has shouldered responsibility of healthcare and management at Gorewada Rescue Center. A team of dedicated veterinarians take care of sick and rescued wild animals. Hospitals are sentinels of restoration of health. However, nosocomial infection may change the course of the story. At Wildlife Research and Training Center, veterinarians maintain high standards of hygiene and follow biosecurity measures during routine examination and treatment. Droplets have been identified as an important source of infection in the transmission of COVID-19. At Gorewada Rescue Center, sanitation drive is a regular feature. 1% or 10,000 ppm, that is parts per million, solution of sodium hypochlorite or household bleach is sprayed throughout the rescue center as a sanitation measure twice a day. With over 90 wild inmates, a range of food items are procured and stored at Gorewada Rescue Center. It is always ensured that only the best quality items are procured, and the center has specialized storage facilities for fruits, vegetables, meat and other products of animal origin. High level of hygiene in procurement and preparation of food is must for healthy animals. At Gorewada Rescue Center, the fruits are washed, dried and stored in the cold storage facility. Each consignment is stringently evaluated for quality and safety measures by qualified veterinarians and officers of the forest department. Waste management can be critical if not undertaken judiciously. At Gorewada Rescue Center, waste from each enclosure is collected and utilized for making vermicompost. In a matter of 60 days, high quality organic fertilizer is produced and utilized to keep the rescue center clean and green. As a research and training institute, education and training are important mandates of Wildlife Research and Training Center. During COVID-19, Gorewada Rescue Center made it a priority to train and sensitize the grassroots implementers like animal handlers, caretakers, guards, etc. The staff engaged in animal care were educated in hand sanitation, social distancing, sneezing and cough etiquettes in an interactive manner, maintaining social distance at all time. Now let us hear Dr. Shirish Upadhyay, the Director of WRTC.
Good morning, my dear vets and all the personnel engaged in wildlife management. As we are know, COVID is spreading across the globe, so also in our country and state. With the news of spread of COVID or occurrence of COVID in a tiger in Bronze Zoo, everybody is alarmed, and accordingly Central Zoo Authority, then Ministry of Environment and Forest, Government of India and various state zoo authorities, they have issued guidelines to be followed in various wildlife centers like zoos, rescue centers, transit treatment centers, and we have to follow these guidelines. We at Gorewada Rescue Center, that is a joint venture of Maharashtra Animal and Fisheries Science University and Forest Development Corporation of Maharashtra, we are issuing these guidelines or advisory considering the guidelines issued by various authorities. So first is education. Education of all the animal handlers, the forest guard and personnel engaged in wildlife management. Their education is very essential, and as a veterinarian, it is our duty to educate them regarding what is corona and how we can prevent the corona, or how we can prevent our wildlife, precious wildlife, from corona. So second part is the personal hygiene of personnel engaged in that. So use of mask, then attire, maybe the aprons or the PPE kits, gloves. This is very, very essential. Sanitization of all the personnel who are taking care, the animal handlers or the forest guards who are engaged in animal management, that is also very essential. Then cleaning and hygiene of premises, as of course we are doing that regularly, but especially in these days we have to take care. We have to use 5% sodium hypochlorite for that, as we have already said that this sanitization of the complete area is very essential. Then giving hygienic food to the animal, regular meat inspection, whatever food or meat is being offered to the animals, that needs to be sanitized or disinfected and then only offered to the animals. So we have to be extra vigilant in that. Social distancing is very, very important. Whether it's animal handler or forest guard or any person, he should keep minimum distance of 6 meters from the animal enclosures. Whenever the animal enclosures are being cleaned, the animal should be then shifted away from that, so that minimum distance of 6 meters is essential. All the animal caretakers, they should be examined routinely for their health status. So at the entrance only their temperature is to be recorded, and sanitization facility should be available at the gate entrance only. The persons who are showing signs of fever, cough or cold, they can be prohibited from entering into the premises, and they should be sent to the medical authorities for further investigations. Then regarding disposals of the waste, that is also equally important, because every step what we are taking, if the waste management is not taken properly, the diseases may spread very fast. So these things we have to take care. At every animal enclosure, there has to be necessarily food bath. Potassium permanganate solution can be used. So at every entrance, no one, including veterinarian, will be allowed to go in without the food bath. So potassium permanganate can be used for that. Similarly, at the entrance, vehicles entering in the premises, there should be tire bath for the vehicles, so that no infection from outside can come. Next is the control of the human personnel working in the zoo. So zoos or the facility should run with minimal essential persons. At the same time, overcrowding should be avoided. Any animal brought to the zoo should be monitored very closely before introducing into the regular flock. So strict quarantine has to be done.
We at Wildlife Research and Training Center dedicate this video to the efforts of wildlife veterinarians engaged in zoos and rescue centers across the country. Together, we can make COVID-19 a history. Salute to your dedication and hard work to protect wildlife.